Hello everyone, welcome to my channel From Here to There Sojourners. If you are new, I extend a warm welcome to you. And if you are one of my regular viewers, welcome back. On Monday, I gave a pep talk to some grade 4 parents at the school I worked for many years. For those who do not know, most of my 40 years in the teaching profession was spent with grade 4 students, and so it was my greatest pleasure to speak with them. Thanks to the grade 4 coordinator for inviting me. After the presentation, I realized that the present challenges in online learning are not limited to 4th grade students, but are general. So I decided to share them with you. Let me use this opportunity to commend all teachers for their commitment to service and applaud the parents for the support they give to their children and the teachers during this difficult time. As we all know, the corona pandemic has caused much instability, confusion, and anxiety as it attacked from the young to the old, regardless of age, position, or status. It affected every area of society that you could possibly think of, but more than all, it negatively impacted the education of our children. Nobody expected it, nobody prepared for it, and no one had the least idea that it would stick around so long. Children are forced to stay home for their own safety and the safety of the family. This sudden transition to homeschooling caught the authorities at different stages of preparedness. So schools, not only in Jamaica, but across the globe, had to quickly find a way to keep the children actively engaged in learning while they remained at home. We must realize that students are accustomed to having their teachers with them to reassure them, to mentor them, to guide them, and to explain what they do not understand. Suddenly, they were robbed of this opportunity when they found themselves stuck at home with a phone, a tablet, or a computer as the only access to their teacher. At first, it must have been a shock to the children because they missed their teachers and their friends. At the same time, you have the teachers who had to learn how to navigate through the virtual learning platform. Remember, the educators who developed the software did not get a chance to pilot the program and correct errors. I don't think they did, because there was no time to do that. So this has been a learning experience for all stakeholders, including the software developers, teachers, children, and the parents. All of this makes remote learning difficult when parents are faced with other personal challenges. Some of these challenges include the availability of reliable internet service, digital access, and connectivity, the availability of electronic devices that the children will use to participate in the online program. For some, the only electronic device they have is their parents' phone, and this might have been easier when their parents were at home. Now that some of the parents have returned to work and need their phone, some children are unable to access the online assignments. Some parents are not technologically savvy, so they are unable to guide their children online. Some parents might not understand the content or the method used in teaching a concept and cannot offer much help to their child. Students lack face-to-face engagement with teachers, and this makes communication more difficult. Some students fail to follow a set schedule or timetable when they are working at home, leaving room for procrastination. Some home environment might not be conducive to learning because there is too much distraction from other siblings or background noise. Some students were already struggling with traditional instruction in the classroom, so learning from home could easily become lonely and boring for them. Teachers also experienced challenges. They had to quickly adjust from in-person teaching to remote learning. In the classroom, the teachers have access to instructional material, including charts, manipulatives, projectors, and other electronic devices that make learning interesting and engaging. Not all these resources can be used in online teaching. Children are unable to work in groups where they would usually learn from each other. Not many students regularly participate in the online classes for the obvious reasons I have just mentioned. The teaching learning process is more structured when students are in school, and teachers have more control over how and when assignments are completed. If students are not organized, they can easily forget assignments or miss deadlines. Recently, an article in the Jamaica Gleaner outlined where the government, through the Ministry of Education, will deliver 200,000 tablets to schools. This is good, and I hope priority will be given to the students who need it the most. Many students are struggling with remote learning, but it is now a discipline that the children will have to get adjusted to. Students can succeed in remote learning, but they need to manage their time properly, stay motivated and organized, and develop better study habits. They need to know the difference between leisure time at home and learning time at home. The proverb says, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy." But at the same time, all play and no work makes Jack a mere toy. I know that when they start watching the TV or play games on the computer, the tablet or the phone, it is hard to get them to switch from that fun time to active learning. I have the same issues with my grandkids. Their mood changes whenever they are asked to leave their favorite channel or game to do schoolwork. It is just natural. So you should not punish them or threaten them at the time when they should be getting on the learning platform, because this may cause them to be reluctant or develop a negative attitude toward their schoolwork. Instead, you must be firm but reassuring. Get them into the habit of participating in online classes. You could let them help you draft a timetable that will guide them throughout the day. When they help in drafting the timetable, they will be more willing to adjust to it. Then set standards or expectations for them each morning before you leave for work. Check on their work when you get home and if you don't understand it, ask them to explain what they did. This may help to motivate or empower them. It is always good to use incentives to motivate them. For instance, you could tell them that if they finish their assignments and do well, they will get extra time to watch a movie or play a game on the computer. While your children are at home, try to get them to develop skills in reading, problem solving, and communication. Help them improve their social skills. Let them read for pleasure. Get them to work on personal projects they are interested in. Give them chores to do. Ensure that they get enough sleep and spend quality time with them. Remember that their attention span is short, so ask their teacher to tell you how long they should spend on assignment. Ensure that they take their break between assignments. The learning process at all grade levels is important, but it becomes more serious when the child reaches 4th grade, because this is viewed as the pivotal grade in primary or elementary school. The performance of grade 4 students usually gives an idea of the school's overall performance. In Jamaica, the primary exit profile, PEP, begins at grade 4, and when students reach grade 6, PEP exam is what qualifies students for a place in high school. For instance, when schools were forced to close in March because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Ministry of Education had not administered all the components of the PEP exams. So in order to award the grade 6 students a place in high school, the Ministry of Education used 3 exams. They used 30% of the grade 4 literacy and numeracy exams, 20% of the grade 5 performance task exams, and 50% of the ability test done in February at grade 6. That is a total of 100%. So parents, can you see how important it is for your child to settle down and do well at grade 4? It is evident that your child's success at grade 6 is contingent on the quality and quantity of work done through grades 4, 5, and 6. I know it is hard to accept the present situation with remote learning, and even more difficult to deal with the anxiety and stress that it causes, but there is no alternative now. We need to work with what we cannot change. I commend the schools that are delivering learning material to students who are at a disadvantage, and I hope this will continue. Parents, as I close, I encourage you to continue to focus on the safety, health, and well-being of your family. Make it your priority to build strong family relationships. Reach out to the teachers virtually and give them your support. Contact them when your child is having difficulty with an assignment or when you don't understand what is going on. We are all in this together, and if we cooperate with one another, we will get through it together. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like, share, and subscribe tabs below. Also, you may click the bell to be notified whenever I post other videos. Thank you.